Hello, my name is Tom Videogrit, and welcome to another episode of Real Weird Sickos. And of course, we can't have Real Weird Sickos without my lovely co-hosts, starting with the fantastically delightful Burpity Dojangles. Dojangles, what is poppin' in your neighborhood?
Burpity. Like, you guys don't know this, but like for the last 20 minutes that we've been prepping to record, I've been burping because I had a Coke for the first time in ages.
Fair enough. It's good. It's a good coating for the throat for a long podcast because how it is.
This one's gonna be fun.
Absolutely, because I know when I do voiceover stuff, I gargle flat Coke to coat the lining in my throat because I blow the shit out of it. But I know there's somebody with some better pipes than me, and it's my boy, Mr. Charles Khan. Mr. Charles Khan, what's poppin', my good friend?
Well, brother, let me tell you something. I've been getting people to believe that 1 and 1 makes 3 all week this week. It's been one of those weeks.
It's a Macho Man. That's Ric Flair. We're going to be shooting off of the hip with some cult-like action because you know what today's topic is? It's cults. That's right. Cults. The dangerous organization of insane people in all forms of reality, in all forms of life. What are you guys thinking of cults?
I think Scientology always comes to mind first and
Absolutely.
Foremost, probably because they're the most kooky.
They're just a really fun religion. That's all they are.
Bart
funky
Simpson.
Machines.
Bart Simpson is a Scientologist.
15 million.
15 million. I don't know if anybody saw this. Our good friend Ryan Kinder. Somebody posted that.
Leon Lush posted the article.
Leon Lush posted the article, and then Ryan responded with this video of Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson, talking all these Scientology, slang because they use a lot of acronyms. And she's talking about auditing and all this shit, and it's in Bart's voice. And I was like, I wonder how happy 20th Century Fox would be about her going around Bart Simpson voice with the fucking Scientology propaganda.
She's been banned from doing the Bart Simpson voice to promote her religious views.
Yeah.
Well, she has the cringy YouTube channel where she is doing these normal, ordinary things, and then she'll start talking like Bart, and people. They're not super excited. They're a little bit uneasy.
The haircut one. That was
feels
weird.
a little forced.
Yeah, that one was so fucking awkward. It's painful to watch. That shit is so painful to watch, and it just my heart weeps because it's Bart. If you know me, you know my deep, deep, deep love for The Simpsons, and it hurts my soul.
Nancy Cartwright. Yeah, it does hurt. I think when Project Chanology happened and I found out that fucking Nancy Cartwright was a massive Scientologist, it destroyed me because obviously that's a massive part about childhood for a lot of people in our age bracket, and just hearing it's such a destructive
that she believes you know what, here's the thing, and I'll say this from the jump, since this is the beginning of the we're still at the start of the episode. The disclaimer here is I am down for you believing whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And what works for you. If it works for you and it makes you happy and it's not hurting anybody, fucking do you. I will applaud you and I will be happy for you all day. But the problem is all of these things over the years that have surfaced about Scientology, that they are very harmful. They do hurt people. They take their money.
Well,
it's really sad.
As a Scientologist myself, I'm a huge fan of L. Ron Hubbard. All of his writings about Dianetics and the power of positive thinking and helping people. Oh, so
you're a fan of a cuck? You're a fan of an actual cuck? Oh, well, actually, no, he cucked somebody.
Well, he's a Navy captain. He's not just a cuck. He's
Well, actually, no, I misspoke. He actually cucked somebody else who was the leader of another cult.
Yeah, he's cucked a lot of people. Let's be honest. This is the thing I like most about L. Ron Hubbard. The man was about getting ass, okay? This guy got more tail than just about anybody else in the history of cults. This guy, he was into all sorts of crazy sex magic. So,
and he was not a good-looking man.
That's the best part.
Foppish English lord.
He's so Hobbit. He looked like the definition of a Hobbit. True. But here's the thing. He ended up cucking one of the founding fathers of the rocket.
Yeah, it wasn't just him though. He also cucked Aleister Crowley.
So Jack,
the three of them.
The name of Jack. Yes.
Yeah, the three of them.
A man by the name of Jack Parsons, who was the founder of the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California. You know, like this is like NASA shit we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
like,
real
these are the guys
that
they create the rockets that NASA uses. And Jack Parsons was one of the he was one of the founding
fathers. The famous
fathers.
story about him was that they were trying to figure out how to get the fuel to stick, and he was out tarring a roof one day, and that's where he got the inspiration for how to do it.
That's like a flux capacitor story.
Yeah.
You know?
But he was also into
happened?
sex.
Yeah.
He was also into ritualistic sex magic, where him, L. Ron Hubbard, well, that too. Him, L. Ron Hubbard, and
L. Ron Hubbard
Aleister
wasn't
Crowley.
necessarily a part of it.
They would all hang out on his boat and have sex.
They would hang out, but as far as like a lot of the ritual stuff, it was kind of unfounded whether
Tom, pull
L.
up
Ron
the
Hubbard
name of
did
his
it or
boat.
not.
He had a crazy name for the boat.
You got it.
But Aleister Crowley, you know, I mean, this is like the
Jamie,
Church
pull
of
that
Satan. I mean, this is like Black Magic Church of Satan. I mean, this is like
Thermatology is, I think, what it's called.
Yeah. So what ended up
Freewings.
happening? Yes. So what ended up happening? That Jack Parsons had this woman that he was dating named Sarah, and L. Ron Hubbard stole Sarah away from Jack Parsons and married her and had a kid with her.
As you do.
Yeah. I mean,
you make the most successful thing in the
all
world.
religious
Jack
stories
ended
have a
up
lot of this
being
going
okay. He ended up being okay because there was a woman that she volunteered herself to give birth to the second coming of Satan, or the Satan's son, or whatever. He ended up falling in love with her and marrying her. So
yeah,
it ended up being
there's a lot
okay.
of gals that were doing that at the time.
Yeah.
So the creator of the thing that's going to get people off this rock also had sex with a woman who proclaimed to want to carry the second coming of Satan inside of her. It's
the George Costanza worlds are colliding. So you have like, you know, and at that time Scientology wasn't a thing yet, but Dianetics was like in the works and everything. So he kind of learned a little bit about.
I'd argue Dianetics is Scientology. Like they're very much the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it's certainly
but
the foundation.
as far as him starting the actual religion, that hadn't come into play yet.
True.
He wanted to. But
well, does anybody?
It wasn't very much.
Does anybody out there not want to start a religion?
If it's gonna make me money, if it's gonna make me some motherfucking money.
Well, we should say that.
I mean, the tax-free status alone's worth it, right?
Yeah.
If you go on Twitch long enough, you'll see the cult personality go everywhere.
Yeah,
like that shit is wild. People are fanatical devotions to fucking people on Twitch. Like we were talking before the cast. We were talking about fucking the Twitch situation with
well, as a Twitch streamer myself, I have quite a few people who really like what I'm up to on that platform.
True. I used to manage a partnered channel on Twitch, and I regret every moment of that.
So you got to deal with the tier 3 simps.
No, I got to deal with management essentially. But
that's even worse.
I will say with the whole farting and ASMR ear licking shit, that's so scuffed. Because I know it's Amaranth, and there's one other person who
they got banned today, right?
Yeah, they got banned today. So you know that today's date is the 20th.
I'm sure those
19th.
Girls will bounce back. They'll find somewhere else to do what they're doing. I'll just say
march
do work.
right into the nearest law firm and just get fucking hired right away.
Yeah, they'll go down to the Scientology Center and start talking about what's going on with them.
They want a free personality test.
Yeah, that's all.
You go down to Scientology, you ask them for a free personality test, and then they try to sell you shit and tell you that you're depressed and you need to have, auditing?
Yeah, the more money that you give them, the higher OT you get. And I believe what's the layer of OT that you get to where they tell you all about their god, the volcano god?
OT 5 or OT 6.
See, I could have swore it was 9. Like, you got to get deep in the organization.
OT 9 is like the highest you can go. Like only like Tom Cruise and like a couple of other people are like OT 9.
See, I'm OT 10.
OTP. Shout out to those. Let me look down. So one is baseline 2. Let me see this. Wall of Fire is number 3. OT drug rundown is 4. 5 is new era of Dianetics of OTs. 6 is L. Ron Hubbard. So Hubbard solo new era Dianetics for OTs. Brackets solos not ordering course. 7 is Hubbard solo new era Dianetics for OTs auditing, and then 9 is truth revealed.
Yeah, truth revealed.
Yeah.
And if you want the truth revealed, if you haven't seen South Park,
I'm OT 10. I'm post-truth. We live in a post-truth society. Yeah, we live in a society.
You're woke for Scientology.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Lord Xenu?
Let me tell you, L. Ron Hubbard is my guy. All right, L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction author he
made a penny a word back in the day, so he was just
you ever wonder why
in all the jargon to get money.
Why every one of his books you could beat a man to death with? That's why.
That's why penny a word. All of those
Battlefield Earth.
pop sci-fi, right? Yeah, they were all paid by the words, so they had to cram it in there.
What a Battlefield Earth was a terrible movie.
I thought it was a fun premise. The Manimal. So it's about human beings have lost to a advanced alien species, and they've been reduced to subhuman. They can't really speak. They can't. They don't really think anymore. And one guy they make him. Yeah, one guy they make smarter so that he can teach the other guys how to mine for gold. That's what the aliens are after. And then he becomes extra wily and decides to take out the aliens. So he's able to give other people the smart drug or whatever it was that they made people smart with. Then they break into a place and steal jet fighters and fly a nuclear bomb back to the alien home planet through a teleporter. It's a real dumb movie with John Travolta.
Fort Knox.
Yeah. They go to Fort Knox and steal the gold from there so that they can pretend that they've been mining the gold when they're really running flight simulators to learn how to fly these jets.
Poor devout Scientologist John Travolta.
He was going to be
smart drug.
He was going to be the young guy, the Manimal. He was going to be the one that was the lead guy, but he got too old. It's one of those situations where it's like, oh man, now I'm too old. Now I got to be the bad guy.
There's the rumor that he's in Scientology only because Scientology has so much dirt on him.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's the play.
There's a lot of people.
There's
a lot of people
hanging over his head, so he has to.
That think he's some kind of bald guy, that he's wearing a toupee, and that's just that's worse than the rumors about his sexuality.
Even bad. Who cares?
What kind of characters are gonna make rumors and talk about somebody else's sexuality?
How old is he now?
10.
Who gives a fuck if he's bald? Who fucking cares?
He's over 9,000 years old.
Scientology in Xenu years?
Yeah, in Xenu years.
He's 67. 67 years old.
Okay, 67 years old. If he's bald,
he's
who the fuck
67 years young.
Yeah. Can I say there's one John Travolta film that came out recently, recently in quotation marks, called The Fanatic. And you know who the director of The Fanatic was?
Oh, that's the Fred Durst movie where
that is
John
Fred
Travolta.
Durst.
Yeah, John Travolta plays a crazed, I'm going to say special needs man.
No, they literally say the character has severe autism.
If you remember the Tropic Thunder rules of never going full that way, John Travolta went way past full. He's asshole.
No fucking way. I have never seen this nor have heard of this.
It was a director-red box movie directed by Fred Durst, who's not a bad director, I'll say that.
Fame.
Of Limp Bizkit fame and of Twitch.
Oh, God.
End of a certain WWE title. As the video game character, you can play as Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Let me find it.
Listen, I'll say this. None of us have recorded a song that The Undertaker used as entrance music.
Keep rolling.
That's just fucking insane. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, it's a real movie where John Travolta plays a crazed stalkery fan of some, fake jabroni Hollywood celebrity guy, and he gets a little knife crazy.
The music video. Yeah, he's Stan from the music video. The same guy who plays Stan in that is the main character, Hunter Dunbar, in the movie.
Oh, interesting.
I have to see this.
Yes. It's insane. And during the movie, you do hear a little bit of Limp Bizkit.
I think about the movie. He did one, I'm going to say maybe 10 years back, From Paris with Love, where John Travolta actually had a bald head and was quite a cantankerous hitman.
I can't take him seriously. I think,
because you think of a baby talking movie, you think of the one with the babies. Hey, I'm a baby.
I'm thinking
I'm a little prick.
He played Robert Shapiro, one of OJ's defense attorneys in The People versus OJ Simpson.
Oh, yes, when he rightfully defended that poor guy accused of a horrible crime.
So fucking horrible in that role.
Did he go over the top?
It was just too much. Like, it was just not believable. And I was like, okay, I just rolled with it because I really liked the series because there were good actors in that. But he just kind of like, you had to like pay no mind to him. Otherwise, it would have been ruined, like totally ruined.
Hey, Charles, so who was in Paris?
I believe it was...
From Paris with Love, that's right.
It was the
Paris with
Rugrats.
Love,
the Rugrats were in Paris.
The Rugrats were in Paris.
Yeah, and they're about to get the diaper change.
Oh, God. Have you seen the adult? Wasn't there a recent Rugrats thing with CGI Rugrats?
Yeah, so
there is. It's on the Paramount Network.
Yeah, they're doing
the new
Paramount Plus, I believe. They're doing a new reboot of the Rugrats, which we've already seen them all grown up as 12-year-olds. Why are we going backwards? Like, can't you push the story forward?
God,
well, you know what? It's actually funny because there's always been like these rumors on and off that King of the Hill is going to get a reboot, but Mike Judge said if that ever happens, it will be in present time. So you'll see Bobby.
Bobby's the King of the Hill.
Well, if you
grown up, and I need to see grown up.
He's
Bobby.
doing more Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that supposed to come out this year?
So he had done. I'm going to say it's been almost 10 years ago, back in the time of Snooki. They did a whole season of New Beavis and Butthead, where instead of music videos, they were goofing on clips of Snooki and the Jersey
people.
MTV
doesn't show music videos and hasn't for ever.
It's the 40th year anniversary of MTV, and that's celebrating 14 years of them playing music videos.
I have it here. So February 25th, 2021, Comedy Central released an exclusive trailer for a new movie that would be Paramount Plus. The teaser included Beavis and Butthead in a Zoom call with characters revealing that we're making a movie and we're going to have it be on Paramount Plus.
See, I'd rather see a new series than another movie. But I guess the movie might make more sense because then you just do the one thing and you're done. And having to do the series is probably there's a lot going on there. The Beavis and Butthead movie's dope. I quite like it.
Yeah.
One of the best episodes of the new Beavis and Butthead involved them. The leader of an organization dies, and the people all dressed in white believe that Beavis, the Great Cornholio, is their new savior, and they bring him
that's amazing.
Back to their organization, and he tells them that he needs TP for his bunghole, and so they go out and
that's
like pandemic,
amazing.
Like pandemic, what do you call it? Panic buyers. Like pandemic panic buyers, they buy him truckloads of TP for his bunghole. And then the next day, they were all the hot chicks there were gonna bang him in like some kind of ceremony. But Butthead talks to Beavis and they're like, "Man, this place sucks. Let's just leave." And so they leave.
This place sucks.
And they're like, "Man, I wish we could have got. We could have scored, man. Like that place sucked." Yeah. They always just miss it. And then at the end of the episode was the cult grabs the little kid Stuart, the guy in the winger shirt.
Oh,
and they take him back. Yeah.
Stuart.
Yeah, little
Stuart.
Stuart.
My Stuart.
Yeah. The one whose dad has homeowner's insurance.
Are you a homeowner?
Stuart.
Well, speaking as far as TV goes, there was a big rumor that Will Smith was part of Scientology for a while.
Yeah. I've never actually. Let me double check.
It's been a lot of rumors about
that he
was
dabbling in Scientology. He wasn't fully in it yet, but he was kind of dabbling, him and Jada. Jada's been doing some dabbling of other kinds, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Speaking of cucks,
did you know that he got cucked again?
Again, it happened again.
Well, There was like a story where
Cuck me once, shame on you. Cuck me twice.
Jada read some poem that like Tupac wrote to her, or she wrote to Tupac like back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
About their feelings for each other, and it's just like,
well, they made that movie together.
Give your husband a fucking break, will ya, lady?
They went to Juilliard together, which is a performing arts school, and I believe what was the movie? Oh man, I can't remember the name of that movie. That was the premise of the movie. Was they had poems. There was poems.
That was Janet Jackson.
Was that Janet Jackson in that one? Maybe it was. That was
Janet Jackson.
I could have sworn they did a movie together.
I don't know, but all of a sudden, like there was all these things
that
were coming out. I don't know, but I really need her to cut her husband a fucking break. You've already humiliated him enough by your entanglements.
I thought he was done.
No.
Will Smith stood by that woman.
He did.
I'm looking at the
she sat there at the red table making him cry.
Man, I thought his kids were embarrassing.
I'm looking at the
life
fucking
is
poem.
Embarrassing.
It's so weird. It's called Lost Souls by T. Shakur. Some say nothing gold can last forever, and to believe, as in to believe, and a literal I need no proof. I have witnessed it all. It was pure in me. Wow, this is kind of intense. It's on screen for the visual viewers, but god damn.
Yeah, that's
Tupac is still getting a fucking
from beyond the grave.
He's getting.
Oh, it reminds me of that fucking Dave Chappelle.
You didn't even need like a holographic Tupac for this one. All she had to do was read a fucking poem.
Of it, like the track that got released after his death, and he starts talking about everything that's happening in the club at the time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Tupac is unkillable. He lives in the air around us. He surrounds us.
No, he's living in Cuba. He's living in Cuba with Hitler and who else is in Cuba?
I'm in Cuba.
Elvis.
I'm there in Cuba. Elvis is there. Hey man, how you doing? Come on by, man.
Why do you think there's always been so many new releases of like Tupac tracks?
Yeah, Johnny Cash is there too.
Exactly. They're all there.
He's recording new albums.
It's the restaurant at the end of time. That's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about cults. Let's talk about Dream. Dream's a cult.
Why do you want to talk about that fat bastard?
Okay, we'll take the opportunity to say that Bo Blacks was right.
Bo Blacks apparently
when
was
he
right.
said that he was a chunker, and everybody gave him shit, and then he ended up being right. So hashtag Bo Blacks was right.
Apologize to Bo Blacks. That whole situation as well. But yeah, I can't criticize Mr. Dream as well. I'm a chunker myself, but I think going onto Twitter and just seeing Twitter stands of Dream is just insufferable sometimes.
They're not as bad. They're not as bad as like K-pop stands. Come on now.
I think they're one and the same. I think I don't see a line between them.
I bet there's a lot of crossover.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think there probably is.
Yeah.
Like dual stand ships
stupid
going
losers.
On.
Yeah. And like Tommy Innit got fucking hit by them. By the way, all the people in that group are like fucking under 20. It's like, these are fucking children. Like, leave them alone. Stop harassing them.
Yeah.
And I think I saw, I don't think I'll ever find the tweet, but it was somebody who said, I can't believe people always say Dream stands are under 20 and shit. I'm like a 38-year-old who's a fan of like, bitch, stop being a fan of fucking kids, you weird bitch. Stop
that's like one of those teachers that bangs their 14-year-old students. It's just
what
weird.
What can you possibly enjoy about a dude that sits there and plays Minecraft all day?
Hey guys, we're gonna play some Minecraft today.
What is so enjoyable that you have to watch that? I mean, okay, cool. Like if you're young and you're into Minecraft, but like, come on.
I can't stand them because they go. It's like a swarm of fucking bees. That's what they are on Twitter, like a swarm of fucking bees.
You know what?
bees.
I think that's why I didn't. Well, most things going on when it comes to drama, I just like I stay clear of, because unless I have like the nuclear take that no one else has, or I found something that nobody else knows. Who the fuck cares what I think? Like,
I just dump on everybody. I don't give a shit. Everybody, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Everybody can get it at any time, even people that I love.
Can I just like
I don't care.
Post memes about poop and just leave me alone?
Charles
No,
has
it
attacks
doesn't mean
on
that I
everyone.
don't pay
love it.
attention. Like, doesn't mean I don't pay attention to some of the drama stuff because I do.
I don't. I don't even know where to start.
The dream one just lost me really early on, where I'm just like, I don't give a shit. He cheated. I don't fucking care. I don't care.
Well, yeah. Well, it's the whole situation. Like it was Swan and then Dream, and now it's fucking old mate.
I'll take this opportunity to say it. The whole beginning, and I'll say this, saying that I like Swan.
Yeah,
we get
I like
along.
Swan.
We're cool. I like Swan, but the whole story from the jump about the 12-year-old autistic cousin.
Yeah.
I was in 3 people's DMs going, "You're not buying this shit, are you?" This is too elaborate. And I was talking to a couple of the people that are like, yeah, this is too elaborate. It's like, everybody was saying it was the dog ate my homework. And
it was.
He kind of, you know what? And I'll chalk it up to, if you're a 19-year-old guy.
Yeah.
And something yes. And something cringy gets dug up. He shouldn't have lied to his friends that were putting their asses on the line for him.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. Like, you should have been straight up with your friends at the beginning.
Have you seen Dream in Resident Evil yet?
Yes. What's his name? Duke?
Yeah.
Duke?
I just put it in the group chat. He's right there.
I like Duke.
You got your bits and bobs. I like when he says bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Because it sounds dirty.
He looks just like
sweetheart.
Dream. That's what Dream really looks like.
Hey,
Yeah,
Charles, I have something to cosplay at PAX this year. You know, it's something to work for me. I love the Duke. He's such a sweetheart character throughout all of Resident Evil Village, or just call it fucking, like, is it 8? It's RE8.
He just is, he has that like charismatic, yes, like personality, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. It's great.
And he looks after, like, because obviously the good comparison is RE4's merchant.
What are you buying, guy?
What are you selling?
Yeah.
Got a lot of good things to say, or stranger. And old mate, you can shoot him and kill him dead. You can shoot him and kill that guy. You can shoot Duke as many times, and he goes, like, he claps. He goes, "Oh, well done." He's an unkillable device. He's a ball of energy. And I like how I'm not going to be spoiling a lot from RE8, but his rooms are safe rooms, so you can go and fuck with Lady Dimitrescu, run inside, and she can't come in. So you're just chilling with your boy. You're chilling with the boy, and she's like angry, and she fucks off. It's fun.
It's very funny to see.
You know what? I mean, I was really, really hesitant about.
You were
RE8.
hesitant about Resident.
I was hesitant about Resident Evil 8 because I really hated the way that 7 ended. Like 7, I really liked, and then it got to the end, and it was like
Chris Redfield's out of nowhere. It's just like,
no, it's like, what the fuck is this octopus hentai bullshit?
Oh, that's
what is happening?
So that's every Resident
Evil.
Every Resident Evil.
No,
every
like
single
this,
one.
No, not this way.
They just,
not like
oh
this.
yeah, they just went.
Not like this. That was a fucking meme.
They just went real
7
big.
ended in such a fucking meme. And it was, I really liked the story so much. And then it ended in a fucking meme. So when RE8 came out, I was like, is this going to be another fucking meme, guys? And then you see Lady D, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's not bad.
Well, hold on. RE5 was far worse. RE5's ending was far worse.
No. 4 was probably the worst.
6 is the one that people think of as the worst, right?
No, 4. I thought 6 was better than 4.
What the fuck? No, we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Jen with a hot
RE6
take.
sucks. RE6 sucks shit. 5 is fine.
gamer.
The
No,
fine.
I'm not saying RE6 doesn't suck. It does, but 4 was actually like worse to me than 6 was.
So you thought the Spanish people was unrealistic?
Yeah,
Come at me, bro. I'm serious.
That's Dojangles on Twitter.
Dojangles, make sure, again, I'll say my favorite.
Go ahead.
Here's another nuclear take. Here's another nuclear take.
Send me the angry mob. I don't give a fuck. Nuclear kaboom. You just got it.
RE7 is my favorite Resident Evil, followed by I'll say 4, and then the 2 remakes. I like those.
I did love 7. I just fucking hated the ending.
Really?
You didn't like that the monster blew up that's classic monster movie stuff where the thing turns into a giant monster, blows up the house. you know, it is what it is.
What I really liked about 7 is I really just liked the atmosphere.
Oh,
you liked that it was a spooky spook house full of spookery.
That's what I love it. I love the spooky Spookerton house. I love that kind of shit.
Well, the entire thing is just essentially it's PT. They just took PT and Resident Evil and mashed them together.
Well, there's a whole chapter, there's a whole level that's just Saw, where you go through the weird brother's house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's just
that guy looks like
Jaystation. When they
that guy looks like Jaystation. The fucking the trigger bomb house. The fucking scary guy. The kid.
God.
He looks like Jaystation. He looks like Jaystation. Let me find it. RE7 guy.
I know who you're talking about.
I know. Let me get his name. He looks like a fucking scary cunt. He looks like Jaystation. I think I talked to people about this. Character names. I know. Sorry for immediately hijacking this conversation. Lucas Baker looks exactly like Jaystation.
Right, Lucas. Yeah.
He looks like Jaystation, and it's the funniest goddamn thing ever.
He kind of do be looking like him, though. You're kind of right.
Let me go. That looks like that's Jaystation. Sorry, Jen. Continue.
Now I forgot what I was going to say. No, what I was going to say is I like a lot of horror games, and sometimes they just get ruined. You remember that that horror jalopy kind of game called Beware?
Beware.
Okay, and it was in beta, and it was really good, and it was really ominous, and it was really scary. So they had come out with a little bit more of the game, and they fucking ruined it because they put like a monster truck that was chasing you.
What's wrong with monster trucks? You don't think a monster truck's scary?
No. The problem was the cool thing about Beware is when the guys finally caught you, like they would get out of their car, and then it would like go to black. And that's scary because like these big dark figures are coming out.
You don't know what these fellas are up to. They might want to. They might want to ask you about their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Xenu. They're Scientologists. Okay.
I mean, let's talk. Jehovah's Witnesses. Your Mormons.
The next one comes. Oh man.
Like
they don't.
All a cult is just a religion with bad publicity.
I will say, Mormon people are really nice.
Yeah, they are. They're sweethearts.
I've never ever met a Mormon in my life that was mean or rude.
I could say the same about
Jehovah's
Witnesses.
I grew up next door to Mormons. They were so sweet. Yeah, they're really nice people.
But when I'm getting
I don't believe what they believe, but they're really nice.
Yeah.
When I'm getting fucking off my head and I wake up on Sunday morning, they come to my door.
All about the Watchtower.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what Watchtower?
Yeah, there's all sorts of wacky stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Secret underpants. Secret underpants. Mormons. Let's find out. Secret underwear. Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
The undergarments. Yeah.
Just the thought.
They're celestial. What are they called? Celestial.
It's
just
called
the
temple
thought
garments.
That all of Mormon religion was based was started by a teenager who was a known con man.
Yep.
That's the part that they always leave out, that he's a known con man.
Here's the thing about religion or anything that's mainstream. You could go to South Park, you can watch a whole episode of South Park about that religion, and you will literally know everything that you need to know. South Park did the Mormons episode.
They did the Founding Fathers, which is also a cult.
Yes, literally went through everything. The Scientology episode, they tell you how this shit was founded and what they believe. And they're not kidding around. Like it literally is how it is. So go watch South Park. Like if you really want to know everything you wanted to know about a religion, it'll be in there.
Oh my god. These temple garment
and Catholics because
absolutely.
like the Gargamel, what are they called? What were the alien Catholics called? Your Gargamel Catholics don't like this.
I fucking don't.
I'm more of a gangrel Catholic.
Gangrel?
That's right. I'm a gangrel Catholic.
Look at that costume.
We do fanging and banging.
God.
That's what we're all about.
Hanging and banging.
Yeah, fanging and banging.
It was. Oh, I'm trying to think.
God. Oh my god. The Miller Boys. The Miller Boys posted up a bunch of videos about YouTube Shorts, and they showed me the vampire TikTok cunt. Let me find this.
Well, there's a whole community. There's a whole community of vampire people who are not Vampire the Masquerade video game people, but something well beyond live action role play people, where they really believe that they're vampires. They drink each other's blood.
How come people just aren't like Nosferatuing it anymore? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, Nosferatu looking funky.
Yeah, Batman in the 80s promised us that people would be dedicated enough
Nosferatu is just
to ash up their skin and wear those punk rock visors and file down their teeth into points, that they were going to be the mutant gang. That's what Batman in the 80s promised us. And now look at where we're at.
It's Jaden's
we got a bunch of fart fans and simps.
Absolutely. But our boy James Miller dropped a video, and actually I did the intro voiceover for it. It's pretty pokers. But Jaden is this weird TikTok cunt who pretends to be a vampire, and it's the fucking that's the TikTok cults are fucking weird as shit.
What if they're not pretending? What if they really believe they're a vampire?
There's no way.
You don't think
there's no fucking way?
You've never met an emotional vampire. Emotional vampires are absolutely 100% completely real.
Yeah, we have all watched
drink Clamato juice.
Oh well, emotional vampires are real. Like that's where that comes from. It's because it's real people that just suck the life out of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we know a lot of those.
Yeah.
I know a lot of those.
There's a lot of suckers out there.
Yeah, for real. And they suck.
Oh, they fucking suck.
They fucking suck.
Suckers.
Suckers. But yeah, so we've got a lot of things in regards to this. But I know Charles flagged something towards me, a Japanese cult. What was the one?
The Shoko Ashura cult. They're the ones that are famous because they released sarin gas into the Japanese subway and killed a bunch of people back in I want to say the 90s.
No, that cult's still going on. You know who the head of that cult is?
It's not Charles Khan, is it?
It's Oki because it's ninja,
it's Oki,
right?
All right.
It's if it's ninja shit, then it's always our friend Oki's weird stories. He's behind it. Anything to have anything to do with like Japanese culture, like ninja, screams of Oki.
He's a big ninja fan.
He's a ninja.
But yeah, they were a death cult that ended up killing. Tom, what was the death cult on? What was the count on that? Like they killed a ton of people. Let's see. Yeah, 1995 was when they released the gas. Shoko Ashura sentenced to death. They ended up hanging this dude.
They killed 14 people, injured 5,500 people to varying degrees, and caused temporary vision issues for 1,000 more. And that was one attack.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like sarin gas is particularly nasty.
Yeah. So what is sarin gas? As a refresher.
I want to say that is the same one that Saddam Hussein used on the Kuwaiti people.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Particularly nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of Saddam Hussein, like, why is that whole meme like a thing right now? Like the underground
because some weirdo posted a setup of his video game room and was like, "Oh, hey, look at this setup."
Charles, you can
How did he even have a setup when he just had like lay down room with a fucking fan?
Yeah.
Even the fucking the bride from fucking Kill Bill had less of an uncomfortable experience with her.
Didn't Saddam have like anime titty games on there or something?
No, that's Osama. That's Osama. I said Obama.
Was that Osama? Oh.
Osama bin Laden had his
wrong guy.
He had his hard drive declassified, and there's a whole bunch of like there's the Kim Kardashian porn in that one.
That's right. He had the raging. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Okay.
Let me go get it because I think I talked to somebody about this. But Bin Laden had I think he had flash games or some shit. He definitely had video games. Yeah. Let me pull up this list. But let's talk about the sarin gas and we'll get back to Bin Laden in a sec. So this cunt, because I know you told me about this before. Dankula did a video on this.
Yeah, Count Dankula over on YouTube. Everybody like and subscribe.
How did that all go down? The attacks.
They went out in the middle of the subway and just dropped the gas. And right there in a crowded subway where everybody's packed in tight because it's what they call a soft target. And they just saw everybody standing around, dropped the gas, and just walked off and let everybody die.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's wild to think that people are that vulnerable in somewhere like that.
It scares the fucking shit out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because they can do this stuff and it just goes, and it just because it kept spreading because they didn't want to shut down the lines, correct?
Right.
That's what I'd heard. The trains have to run on time.
Absolutely. Let me find this. He definitely had anime on that. Nearly a decade later, newly declassified hard drives taken from his compound released 250 gigs of data, more than 100 USBs, DVDs, CDs, and 5 computers and multiple cell phones. He definitely had anime. He definitely had the porno. Fucking pornos. You fucking pornos, brother. He had Devil May Cry. He had fucking emulators. He had emulators for Mario Brothers.
He's a gamer. Osama was a gamer. Osama bin Laden, video game fan.
You know what? I wonder how many green text stories were written by Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden was
Be me. Be in hiding.
Yeah. You ever just stay in your house for several years at a time because you feel like everybody in the whole world hates you?
You remember, like all the neckbeard nests?
Yeah.
And everybody's got like their fucking piss jugs. I wonder if any of them were fucking bin Laden.
Bin Laden was a janitor on V. He's a V janitor.
So another big cult was the People's Temple. This might be the worst one of them all.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like the Jim Jones People's Temple, they're the ones who went to, was it Guana? I think is where they ended up at.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly nasty cult. They had convinced people that, Guyana, that's where it was.
Yeah.
They, however you say that. That's the Jonestown stuff.
Yeah, Jonestown, Ghana.
Yeah, just a crazy amount of people dead. And you think about the real life, because people had to go in and clean that up. Like I had heard stories from a guy who was in the military in the 80s about an airplane hangar just filled with bodies, and they have to go through with almost like a mugshot album and try to match up and figure out who's who, because people's remains have to be sent back to their families. Yeah. And so it become a whole thing of like he described the smell of that place as just being like you couldn't imagine the smell.
Yeah. But yeah, so what's the People's Temple?
They believed that Jim Jones was God. I think that's what the thought was. And
Jim Jones started out not like that. Like when he was still like in the States before he got the wild idea to go run away and do what he wanted.
It was like
he wanted to go hide.
One of those TV preacher guys, right? When he just
but before he even started out like that, he was actually somewhat legit, and then he just kept building on it, and his ego grew, and it was like, I know God, I talk to God, and then it turned into
talks to God.
Hey, you know what? Do you know what, motherfucker? I am God. It escalated, and that's what happens with a lot of these cults.
Turns out God was inside the house the whole time.
God's a pair of Nikes.
Yeah.
Or New Balance, or whatever the fuck
they had to wear they had Reeboks, I think. Wasn't that what it was?
Reeboks!
They had to wear a specific type of shoes.
The Reeboks.
Was it Adidas?
And remember Heaven's Gate? They had the Nikes.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate were the Nike cult. They're the ones who were like an online thing. There wasn't as many of them.
You have to respect the fit.
Respect the fit.
Yeah, that's the cult that had drip. But that website, I tell you what I love most about that is that their website is still online, and it looks as though it walked out of 1997.
Yes. That's HTML site.
That's the best part.
And the thing about Heaven's Gate is that had they not all went to the spaceship or the planet when they all died, and they drank Kool-Aid too. Like that was another Kool-Aid.
It was great drink, right? Flavor Aid.
It was Flavor Aid. That's right, Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid, and then they dressed in black, and then they covered themselves up, and they did it at different times.
It was Comet, Haley Bop,
the Hale Bop comic, the one that comes around every 80 years.
That could have been a cult. Well, they actually had lost members. I think it's been a while since I saw the.
So you're telling me that people heard that they were going to kill themselves and thought, this isn't for me, brother.
I am out this bitch.
There was
non-believers.
They interviewed a guy. They interviewed this hippie guy that used to be in the cult, and he kind of regrets quitting.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Even after knowing everything that happened, like he actually still believes in the teachings.
Well, yeah, because he's got to wait another 70 years now to get
for the spaceship to come around. He may never make it.
Yeah.
Because he's like in his 60s now.
I often think of this scene in a John Wayne movie where the Indians, they took off and raped John Wayne's niece, and he finds her dead, and he catches the Indian that was doing it, and he shoots the guy, and then he shoots both his eyes out and puts his gun in his holster and says, "That may not mean much to me or you, brother, but let me tell you, to him and his people, that means he's damned to wander the universe forever." Now, it's one thing to kill somebody. It's a whole other thing to damn them forever.
Did you know the John Wayne movie that caused everyone to get horrific cancer because it was downwind from a nuclear plant?
Wasn't that that's the Genghis Khan one?
The Conqueror, that's
the
right.
Conqueror,
it wasn't, sorry, my apologies. It wasn't a it was a nuclear test site.
I am the man they call Genghis.
It's blackface and people died of nuclear radiation. What an ending.
What the fuck?
And it bombed. It bombed.
It's a movie where John Wayne plays Genghis Khan for whatever reason. Of all the people that could play Genghis Khan, they thought, John Wayne, he's good enough to do it. If Charlton Heston can play a Mexican, John Wayne can play Genghis Khan. Why not?
Fucking dumb.
Christ.
I mean, it's acting.
Yeah.
You know, I could be anybody. You want to see me star in a Tupac movie? I'll play Tupac.
It looks horrible because all it is him slightly browned up and he's got the side mustaches.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that.
He's not doing an accent at all. He's just John Wayne.
No, he's always John Wayne.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I wish we would have got to see Jack Nicholson play a crazy part like that. Hey there, buddy. I'm Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
Can you believe what they say about me?
Christopher Walken.
I'm Genghis Khan. You know, I got to conquer the world. These
50
people
from that died of cancer. 46 had died from cancer in the 1980s, and then the rest were like the stars of the film. It's horrifying.
Christ.
It's all downwind.
For the worst Genghis Khan movie.
That's such a fucking slap in the face. You gave your life for nothing.
It was
for a bomb.
We should talk about the film that's coming out in 2024. The cult film. The cult film about the clown. Talk about it.
There's a cult.
Wait, what?
You're a little too giggly there, Tom. What's the cult film?
He's got
it's a film that is going to be coming out in 2024, but it was made a long, long time ago about a clown helping entertain kids.
It's the day the laughter died. I am obsessed with this movie because it's so insane. Jerry Lewis made a motion picture where it's he wanted to make a nice like sentimental Holocaust movie where he plays a clown who through his clowning antics is able to keep the spirits high of Jewish children. And supposedly the movie even ends with him on the way into the gas chambers with the kids trying to make jokes dressed as a clown.
Shut the fuck up.
This is a real movie that Jerry Lewis made. And when he saw it, when they screened it, Jerry Lewis bought every single print of it, sealed it in a vault, and said that there's no way this shit's getting published while I'm alive.
Oh my God.
Real movie.
The day the clown cried.
The day the clown cried, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm reading the Wikipedia article. Lewis repeatedly insisted the day the clown cried would never be released, but later donated an incomplete copy to the Library of Congress in 2015 under the strict stipulation that it would not be screened before June 2024. According to Lewis's son, there is no complete negative of the film, and outstanding copyright issues prevent its release.
Yeah,
what's fucked up? Why would you make it and then not show anybody?
Well, because it turned out instead of turning out to be this sentimental, like artsy thing, it turned out to be just complete crap. Just an awful piece of shit.
I love it. I love it already. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too. There's folks that have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So it exists. Like there's people that have seen this movie. It's been screened before. Harry Shearer described it. The guy
you know that I love weird, stupid shit like this.
The fella,
this is like,
who was on The Simpsons. He got to see one of the screenings of it and described the insanity of it. That's where the description of him at the end of the movie dressed as a clown leading children into a gas chamber. That's where that comes from. Was Harry Shearer.
I love it.
So, Jerry Lee Lewis wanted to make The Great Dictator, but ended up looking like a massive dick. Because a clown for the Holocaust.
It's basically the boy in the striped pajamas with a fucking
so
clown. I love it.
Well, there's a couple movies like that. There's the one where it's an Italian film where the fella, he tries to paint a brighter picture for his son of what's going on, and tries to say like the tanks weren't actually tanks, like it's not bad.
Yeah.
Life is Beautiful, I think was the name of that one. That was a big movie, like made a bunch of money at the box office, was one of those Oscar, I think it might have won Best Picture. One of those movies. Can we talk about Waco now and the Branch Davidians?
Let's go.
I don't know. Okay, go for it.
Go for it, Charles.
So a bunch of proud Texans had to bravely defend themselves against the dishonorable ATF invading their place and trying to burn them out.
The Waco shootout, correct? The Waco siege.
Yes.
Nothing at all mishandled whatsoever in that situation.
Yeah, that's David Koresh.
Absolutely. Everything was just handled by the book. They didn't do anything shady. Nothing was going on.
I mean,
nothing to see here, folks.
They only killed four ATF agents and then 2 residents of Mount Carmel, okay, killed by the Branch Davidians during the initial raid. Four of them were killed by ATF agents in 93, and then 76 of the Branch Davidians died after the feds burned them out.
Didn't David Koresh also say that he was God? Like it started
all
out
these
like
guys say
God,
they're
God.
and
then it was like, never mind, I'm God. You have to fuck God now. Come on, baby.
Somehow they're always talking to God. They always know God.
And didn't he marry everybody? Like every woman had to like get married to him or something.
Well, it wouldn't be a good cult if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, if you weren't getting that sweet ass.
Yeah,
what's the point?
It all comes back to ass.
It does. It really, honestly does. I swear to God, that's what it's all about.
Everybody's so horny all the time.
Yeah, it's
true.
true.
I'm just so tired.
1993. This happened in 1993. You're right. It's 76 Branch Davidians, including 25 kids, 2 pregnant women, and David Koresh himself. This happened 51 days. The siege went down for 51 days. I have heard people's online careers last like shorter amount of times than that times. Goddamn. That's Jesus Christ. Because I remember playing this in Postal too. Like there is a fake siege event happening at Dave's
Uncle Dave,
compound.
Uncle Dave's compound.
Yeah.
It was a little Waco-y, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it was 1-to-1 Waco.
Yeah, I'm gonna officially endorse Postal 2, the real world Sickos seal of approval for Postal 2. Hell of a game, that game.
Hell yeah. Well, the number 4 is coming out. We don't talk about number 3, but number 4 is coming out.
See, I thought it already came out. That's how up to date I am on everything.
It's released, but it's in parts. I think
it's one of those deals. See, I hate that they're doing that with video games now. That's such bullshit. Just give me the whole thing, man.
It's funding. All it is funding. Yeah. Because they don't have enough capital to run the rest. It's an unfortunate thing. But cult video games. Any guys' thoughts on cult video games? What's a cult video game that you like the most?
JFK Reloaded's pretty good. It's a simulation of the Warren Commission. Or it's a simulation of the JFK assassination as portrayed by the Warren Commission. I'll say it that way. Where you play as a fella inside the book depository building, and your job is to try to recreate the Warren Commission. So that's 3 shots. The first, I believe, is supposed to be a miss. The second is through the governor and into Kennedy. And then the third is a headshot on Kennedy. Yeah. I come pretty damn close to recreating it. Like, I played that thing 1,000 times. Come real close. Real close. Yeah. But you could also do wacky stuff like shoot the driver and then like Lego, like little the Lego people. They would ragdoll out, they would spin across and hit into a wall and then all pop out like Lego people. Very funny to me. You could also shoot Jackie's hat off and things like that. So it's that kind of game.
The fun parts of damn. Cult video. See, what is a cult video game? Is there's a game that has a cult following? Because I know,
for me, I like a lot of. I don't want to say shitty, but low quality indie horror.
Ooh, yeah.
I am sucker. There's a great little company called Puppet Combo.
Yes,
Puppet Combo is amazing. They made that game Night Shift.
Night Shifts.
Night Shift was so great.
We should say Puppet Combo is actually just one person. By the way,
yes.
yes. So Papa Combo is widely known for making these movies kind of very in the style of VHS, like slasher horrors.
Yes.
Like stay out of
Very
the house
PlayStation 1. Like that's sort of
Stay
their
out of the house.
Yeah.
No, not. I don't even want. Well, yeah, more
it's more
like
VHS horror. It's
more
not.
like
It doesn't feel like a video game. It feels like a
It
VHS shot
doesn't.
on shitio. Like Nun Massacre, the Power Drill Massacre, the Night Ripper. I'd say
Puppet Combo is really, really good at like setting that mood that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The thing about horror games is like if you don't set the tone quite correct, like if you're not making me totally like a little uneasy by things that aren't like, if don't give me a jump scare, like the way that you have to set me up.
You prefer Silent Hill to a...
No, and you know what? I have never, like, okay, Silent Hill... Okay, first of all, I didn't like the movie. Fuck the movie. The movie was
the Silent Hill 2 is the
movie.
one. If you're going to play one of those, play Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I like the whole...
I like 1, 2, and 3.
Because the thing about horror... That's what... Okay, the reason why I like Night Shift, I am one of those people that I'm more... When it comes to horror, I'm more scared of people because crazy people are real and monsters are not. I'm more afraid of crazy people because that's more realistic to me. And if there's somebody that's like a threat, like there's an ominous van pulling up and they're turning off their lights and shit, like I'm going to shit my pants. Like, I'm sorry, that's scary. But if it's a monster, it can be scary, but like...
Some nice branch Davidians. Tell you all about God.
People are scary, not monsters. People are scary. That's what scares me more. So if there's like indie horror games about shit, like I said, when I was talking about that Beware game, like those dark, like you don't see their faces, but they're dark big men. They come up and they grab you and they pull you out of the car. That's fucking scary. But they ruined it. They ruined
like
the
fucking
expansion. Yeah.
Remember in Ghost?
I will
the
say,
funniest part about Ghost is that one homeless guy that said, "Go fuck yourself." That was the only part. That was the only good part about the movie Ghost. But seriously,
you didn't like Whoopi Goldberg?
No, fuck that movie. The thing about it is, I like I said, people that are scarier than anything else. But if you want to talk about something really weird and niche and occult and fucking crazy and sick, there's a horror channel on YouTube called Alter, and they have a lot of these like short horror films.
Oh yeah,
I want you to go look up William. Don't watch it now. Watch it when this is over. Watch William, and then I want you to tweet at me when you've watched William, and you let me know what you thought about it.
Jen, you'll have to send that to me. I can't super find it. So
yeah, you're giving homework.
Will be now in the video
I'm giving homework, not to you guys. Don't. I'm people that are listening right now. Go watch William. It's like William, but with a G at the. Go ahead, watch that and tweet at me.
Yeah, I was going to say I was actually talking with our good friend Justin Wang about indie horror titles. We were talking about the DreadX Collection, which is a kind of a almost. Every bit of the year, there's a DreadX Collection going on. That is these small independent horror games made by massive titans in the field within like 30 days or like 15 days. They call the DreadX Collections. I cannot recommend them enough. They're amazing. Yeah. Go out there and play them. But there's another one that brought up, and I was talking to dearest Justin about Haunted PS1. Haunted PS1 demo disc is a great way of jumping into that series. Let me post it here. What is obviously it's a demo disc of all these titles that are called.
He streamed that before, didn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
He did stream that before, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all the Haunted PS1 is kind of a subgenre to the most degree, where it's using the PSX visual style interchangeably with the visual world, and kind of using that kind of unnatural, ever moving, present like graphic system that the PS1 had. Yeah. I recommend if you're looking for indie horror. Papa Combo, go support them on Patreon. Yes, DreadX Collection.
For real, yes. Because we need more Papa Combo. So absolutely. I think their Patreon needs to fucking grow. Because I'm ready. I'm ready for the next Papa Combo thing. For real.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that. And by the way, they're releasing their stuff on Steam. But if you support them on Patreon, you'll get keys to them. I've got a couple keys from that crew, so you'll get them straight on there. And you also, as soon as you support their Patreon, you get access to their games right there. Download, play them, get on there. Haunted PS1. Haunted PS1 is a great thing to like play at night. You'll get fucking super into it. You'll get fucking super into it. And I was going to say my favorite cult game of all time is a very surrealist one. It's called Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of the Flesh.
Puzzle of Flesh, yeah.
I've heard of that, yes.
So it's an FMV... It's an FMV adventure game on PC. So it's a lot of walking around solving puzzles. But
it's very
the
surreal.
FMV part of it, they went way over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's very entertaining.
Absolutely. And I think it has one of my favorites kind of representational moments with Trevor and the main character. I say Phantasmagoria, we should explain what FMV is. FMV stands for full motion video, which is all the gameplay essentially is recorded with video and then augmented for the game itself. FMV is amazing. Actually, the main character, the man who plays the main character, Curtis Craig, is actually doing a whole bunch of stuff in response to, it's an anniversary, so they're interviewing a whole bunch of people on stream. So,
interesting.
Yes. Let me find this. Phantasmagoria 2 2021. I know it's Conversations with Craig. Conversations with Craig, I believe it's called. Conversations, because they're interviewing all the previous cast. And it's amazing just hearing, because the FMV back in the day was this unbelievable thing, because they thought it was like the new thing, because they jumped buckets and buckets of money into this, and it never really worked out.
The Sega CD and the 3DO were essentially consoles made just for FMVs. So there's a lot of really bad, crazy ones out there, like Corpse Killer, that is just pure trash. The Night Trap. Night Trap ended up getting cited by Congress.
Yeah.
It was Night Trap and Mortal Kombat that they wanted to ban all video games over.
It's amazing because there's Night Trap. There's a recent...
And Night Trap is so tame compared to Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh.
Because Phantasmagoria has like BDSM, it has body horror, it has killing. It's full on, but I think everyone who plays it will get a massive amount of joy out of it.
If you like that recently, kind of thing.
There's a recent resurgence. One of the games of the year previously was Her Story, and Her Story is technically an FMV game. There's some FMV horror games that are coming out at the moment, or came out at the moment, which is very weird. I'm trying to find. It's like at dead of night. It's this very fucking weird British like hotel horror one, where you're continuously moving around the hotel grabbing stuff. And this guy named Jimmy with a baseball bat who cracks your head if you run into him. I cannot recommend At Dead of Night more for people who want great horror. I know it's very cheesy, but I love cheese. There's nothing that makes me smile. See,
that's what I like. I love that it has my heart, like totally. Like I'll pick that. I'm just sick of fucking video games. Like we need something new. We need something good. I'm fucking over it. Like I'm over like a lot of
the stagnation.
Yes,
like I completely agree.
We have PS5. There's fucking 6 games? Fuck you.
I think there's really like one game that's really a PS5 game.
Yeah. Everything else is just like I'm over it. I'm
split
over
gen
all the
games,
bullshit.
and even the one game that's for it is a remake of a PS3 game. So
right, and it's.
I'll say this right now.
I'm frustrated.
The next, I know a lot of people out here, like myself included, are big fans of video games. If you want to support great independent creators, Itch.io and Patreon. Get online, get yourself a decent PC. Doesn't have to be strong enough. Get yourself a decent PC, and there is a smorgasbord of free games out there, but there's like slightly paid titles. You support that, that'll bring the next generation forward. And you know where you can watch some of that great content. You can watch that at youtube.com/dojangles, because you stream every once in a while, and it's always a good stream.
Every once in a while. My internet's been kind of fucking up. Like I tried to play our good friend Death Inc. Shout out Death Inc.
Oh, I like him. He's a good artist.
The greatest artist that I know. And just the most, he'll probably kill me for saying this, just the biggest sweetheart on the face of the planet. Like I love Inky so much.
Yeah, I like his Yellow Skull cult.
He's our own personal shed, man.
Yes, he actually has a Yellow Skull game on Steam. Ooh. It's up there right now. It's free. It's called Make It as an Artist.
Yes.
It's more of like a project, but you kind of have to figure out your balance between work and art and sleep. It's pretty much trying to balance your life out. That's what the game's about. I tried to stream that the other day, but unfortunately my fucking internet was being fucky, so I couldn't do it. But I will be doing that again soon in the future. But go to Steam, make it as an artist by Death Inc. Go play it. He deserves all the support, and he's very talented, and we love him.
True. So yes, you can follow those progress at I think Yellow Skull Cult.
Skull God. Yellow Skull. He's changed it so many. Let me
go find it now.
He's Death Inc. on Instagram.
Yeah. Go follow Inky on Insta.
He's having a new shirt drop, and I always get his shirts because they're really, really sick. Yeah. So yeah, Yellow Skull God on Twitter.
Absolutely. You can support him now, and as it always,
and don't try to hit him up to like fucking commission your shit. Like, he just doesn't do that. So there are so many people that it's like, I think I'm gonna hire Death Inc. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. Just don't even try it. He'll do it if he knows you and he believes in you. But if not, you probably just can't afford him. He suffers for his art. Okay.
Yeah,
you can't be that good and not suffer for the art. So leave him alone, but follow him on Twitter and play his game, please.
Absolutely, go ahead and spoil that. But as we like to say, what was the weirdest topic of today? What was today's weirdest topic for you, for your own personal thoughts? What was the personal gem in the bunch?
Me, I didn't know about that fucking Jerry Lewis movie. I didn't know about that. That was the weirdest shit I've heard in a while.
Oh yeah,
God damn it, I want to see that so badly.
A real movie.
The clown and the Holocaust.
Yeah. What about you, Charles? When my good friend, what your fancy? What's your fanciest topic?
So many people that died. That's the thing. Thinking about the damn Heaven's Gate cult, the fact that there's a sumbitch out there that's disappointed that he didn't get to die with his buddies.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. That might be the weirdest feller of them all, right?
He's big sad,
and I feel bad for him.
The documentary is on HBO Max.
Wish
so you
he
need
died
to go watch
with him
that.
too, man.
He just sits there looking at the stars, like with regret.
Sure wished I could go home with my buddies.
I think my personal one would have to be the operational Thetan's levels. I did not know the motherfuckers had like fucking XP levels that they grind to.
It takes years to get through it.
And money, financial
and
donation.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars, even just to make it from one OT to the next.
Unless you have a real high Thetan level like me,
years.
then you just get straight to OT 10.
Absolutely.
Charles Conn is basically L. Ron Hubbard now.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what my buddies call me, L. Ron Jr.
L. Ron Conn.
Yeah, L. Ron Conn. That's me.
But L. Ron Conn, where could people find you on the online universe?
Well, I'm streaming at twitch.tv/Charles Conn. I have a bunch of clips and things on my YouTube page, youtube.com/Charles Conn. But most people know me as the mask_bastard on Twitter, where I post lots of silly memes all day, every day. There's no celebrity whose ass I won't torch.
And you've been doing the clips for at Real Weird Sickos.
Oh, yes. The real weird sickos. I keep wanting to say real world sickos. Real weird sickos. That's us.
That's the after show. There we go. So you go and follow Mask Bastard on the Twitter. It is a definite recommendation on my heart. Legally not a recommendation because, I don't want to go to jail. Or I don't want to go to Scientology jail where I'll die. You can follow us on twitter.com/realweirdsickos. But my dear friend Jen, where can people find you on this online universe that we all live in?
At DoJones on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then my channel with the same name. There's nothing going on there. Well, I'm working.
You are working on stuff. You literally
leave me. I literally worked on stuff today. By the time this probably podcast up, that this will be good and out. It's a little thing, and then I have a bigger thing coming out, and then I have another bigger thing coming out. So there's bright days for the channel.
Content's ahead.
Fantastic.
All hell content.
Exactly. Yes. Go and follow her on her beautiful platform.
More regular content. I swear to God. I ain't joshing y'all.
We rising and grind up here. We rising and grind at youtube.com.
You ever talk to God, Jen?
Jingles.
Well, he used to talk to me until he told me that I am him.
Oh.
So now you both have to give me ass.
Oh no.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't want to.
I know what Keener feels like. And speaking of my lovely self, you can follow me at twitter.com/Tom_Videoga. And that Cyberpunk show is kicking off, hopefully, sooner than later. But we should also say thank you very kindly for joining us on this lovely adventure. Please don't like, comment, and subscribe. Fuck it. We're weird. We're real weird. And,
and I really am a Scientologist.
And I'm God.
And I'm dead. Until next time, my name's Tom. That's been Jen, and that's been Charles. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.